Well, this is the last stop before the border. That's I-90 over there. I usually stop here to check, make sure my customs is okay. And also I had an issue with the delivery address. You know, all these guys were pushing me, calling me every half an hour. And then yesterday I noticed this when I was doing my paperwork. Oh, and also we're doing some big upgrade on my Android, on my Samsung Galaxy Plus. I just used it because I'm in the US. I use it a lot for data. So now on this thing, I added $10 to my plan on Verizon. I have 75 gigabytes of 4G data. After that, it slows down. Before it was like 15, right? And so now I have 75. Check this out. So now I just installed the update, and now it's restarting. Verizon, yes sir. By the way, I think I mentioned this. I got a New Jersey number. I forgot, 607, 609. Weird, but anyway, so I stopped here, and I called the company that owns this shipment, who hired the trucking company, and the trucking company hired Landstar, and Landstar hired me. There's like 20 brokers involved. So I talked to the direct guy who was in charge of this whole operation, and he says, "Who do you work for?" So he has no clue who I am. And I said, "I work for myself. I was hired by Landstar." So I said, all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to confirm the address. It's like the same first letter, but there's two towns near Toronto. One is called Burlington, and the other one is called Brampton, right? The company name where I'm supposed to go is the same, but the Landstar guy told me to go to that company name, like machining shop, in Burlington, where's all my paperwork I got from the shipper and from this big gear guys that own this thing. It's the same machining shop, but Brampton, Ontario, right? And so this guy says, "I'm not sure who you talk with. Usually Gary handles that." And I'm like, "Who's Gary?" Well, who hired you?" Basically, he does not know. He says, "You better talk to the people that hired you." Like, unbelievable. So I call Landstar. He has voicemail. I send him an email. And then finally, I look at my Landstar load confirmation sheet, because that one has that Burlington address, right? And there's a phone number there. And there's a name. And I call that phone number. And the girl says, "There's a machining shop." And I said, "Do you guys have a location in Brampton?" She says, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, how can I help you?" I said, "Well, I'm a trucker." I said, "Name's Serge. You probably heard of me, right?" No, I'm just kidding. I said, "SERGEI, Serge, I'm a trucker bringing a shipment, big gear, from..." Okay, hold on. Oh, I always like this message. "You all set. Buddy, you should be a customs border protection agent." I'm talking to my phone now. But anyway, because that's their favorite expression. Okay, we're gonna turn on the airplane mode. And so yeah, I finally talked to this receptionist, and I said, "Can I talk to this guy here? His name?" "Oh, he's our VP." And she says, "What are you trying to figure out?" I said, "I'm trying to see where I'm going." "Okay, I'll hook you up with the shipping and receiving." So I talked to shipping and receiving, and finally my luck has changed. This lady I'm talking to now, she knows exactly what I have. She's waiting for this gear, and she says they always put the wrong address. So I said, "Burlington, right?" "So I'm going to Burlington." "Yes, sir." "Okay." I said, "ETA 2 hours." All right. So that's done, the address, and then I sent an email to the broker the address is confirmed. The one you gave me is the correct one. The one provided by the shipper was wrong. And then, of course, the last thing is just to make sure that my paperwork is for the border crossing. I got my passport. I got my ACI e-manifest cover page printed out. I got my PAS sticker on the commercial invoice. So I got 2 pages to show to the customs officer. And I remembered that I bought these new jeans, $29.99 at the TA in Dansville, and I bought new gloves that don't look new anymore. But anyway, so it was like about $40. And I know they're gonna ask me how long in US, and so I crossed when I crossed Thursday. I think, yeah, I crossed Thursday, and Friday I slept in Dansville, actually. Yeah, that's where I bought the jeans. And so Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So the 4 nights, right? Thursday to Friday, Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday, Sunday to Monday. Yeah, so 4 nights, spend $40. That's all you want to know. Alcohol, no. Tobacco, no. Weapons, no. Good. But then I gotta double check if I'm good to go to the border, right? So I go to my website, and everything is green, which is always good. Like, it has these green bars, the status that the shipment is on file with customs. They're waiting for me, but there's a little warning in there. It says ETA, estimated time of arrival, is 8 hours in the past. And I usually do this, I usually prepare my documents on the day before. Let's say if I'm sitting on the weekend doing nothing, right? Like yesterday, Sunday, that's when I did all my paperwork. But usually if you give them the actual time on like Monday, ETA, which is today, right? They either lose it or they don't process it on time. So I always just put like 2 hours ahead, So if it's Sunday, I put in, let's say this was like, I forgot, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I put an ETA to the border 4 o'clock, because that manifest is valid for a week. So they don't care exactly what time do you come in, as long as you give them enough warning, right? But now there's a warning. I mean, enough notice. But now there's a warning, says basically error, And I know if this was the company that I previously worked for, I'd be stuck at the border for 3 hours, because they would never check it, because they would never see this. But I always do this because I'm just me, just one guy. I handle the border, I handle the loading, unloading, right? So I do everything. And so I have to think about these things. And I'm just talking about this to show you guys what's involved here. So it's a very, lots of responsibilities here. You have to wear lots of hats, especially when you're independent, which actually for me makes it interesting. I want to perform multiple functions, otherwise I'm falling asleep. So anyway, so basically it says update your ETA, and I'm like, shoot, if I update this, I will have to wait probably another hour. So I'm like 20 minutes from the border. And so the website I'm using is free for me because I only have 1 truck. They don't charge me. But if you have like a fleet and you do lots of crossings, they charge you for using their website. But for me, it's free. And the cool thing is I can call them 24/7. I can call the support team and ask them a question. I give them my code number, and they can log in right into my transactions, and they can correct something as we're talking on the phone, right? And so I could not wait because I know if I make a mistake, I can be stuck at the border like, easily 2-3 hours. It happened once I made a mistake in the paperwork, like lost a 0 or something, or added another 0 where it was not supposed to be. So anyway, so I called the support, I explained the situation, and this girl, I'm always amazed like how they know this software like by heart, like the palm of their hand. She says, top left corner, click edit. Like, shoot. I said, okay, change ETA. Okay, click save. All right, now send shipment and trip update to CBP. What is it? CBP, that's US. CBSA, Canadian. Anyway, so, and I said, where is that? Oh, the second choice. Like, she's talking to me, and like as if she can see my screen, you know. And I'm like, shoot. I said, you're good, you know. And then I said, do I have to wait now? So I updated the time to like 11:30. Now it's 10:30. I said, will I have to wait till 11:30? And she says, no, you can show up to half an hour before. But as long as it's today instead of yesterday, right? Your ETA now is correct, September 24th. So, and but again, the big reason why I'm recording this. So I said, why is this happening now? Like I always was doing it like this paperwork on the previous day. And she says the customs, Canadian customs, they changed their rules. And she says, if you don't do this now, like if you don't give them the correct, exact ETA, you can get a $2,000 fine. And I said, so what do I do now? I cannot prepare the paperwork on the day before. She says, you can just indicate the actual time. Let's say if I'm doing it, I'm sitting at my computer on Sunday at 2 p.m. instead of saying I'm arriving at 4 p.m., which I'm not because I cannot drive in New York on a weekend, right? So I just actually use the actual, let's say Monday, 7 or 8 or 9 a.m. So that's how now I'm gonna do it. So basically they changed the rules. So they want to know, so 8-hour difference, they don't like it too much because I was supposed to arrive yesterday, like what's happening, right? Somebody hijacked his load. Where's Captain DRATCHEV? We're waiting for you. All right, I'm coming. Keep your shirt on. check this out. Humongous, monstrous. This is Kitchen, Ontario. This was a former Hilton in Kitchener. So you get soap, you get this. That's how you can tell a cheap hotel from a good hotel. See, you get all kinds of. So you got a microwave. You got a fridge. Because everything is scratched. Probably that's why they're not Hilton anymore. But look at the room. It's very big. It's hard to tell on the phone. And I got this. I decided I worked too hard this past 4 days. And you can tell I'm in Canada, right? That's King Street East. The weather is kind of like winter is coming, you know? You see lots of truck over there. Hold on, let me see if we can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, and there's that way, the way my camera is facing, there's Starbucks, Tim Hortons, and there used to be a bookstore, Chapters, but it's now closed. And that Black Beauty over there, right in the middle of the screen, where the van is passing now, that's my beloved Ford Mustang. All right, so yeah, the plan is I did the video. Oh, and these guys gave me a free water. You know? So I did the video. So the plan is now to do the editing, you know, post-production for the unloading, and then my rant on I-90 in New York. And then I met with my insurance broker, because my current insurance policy is expiring end of September, and today's 24th. And so we signed the new deal. So my annual premium went down from crazy 32,000 Canadian to 22. So pretty much by 30%, because I'm a good boy. But also that previous company, Intact, they just increased the rates for everybody, especially for heavy haulers. And now these guys, we went with a very old company that's been around for a very long time. They have good rates, and they're not afraid to insure heavy haulers. And the plan for tomorrow is, so that's done. Then I just need to update my IFTA. IFTA sent me a letter saying that I owe them $10 for new stickers for 2019. I don't know why they are starting this early. It's only September, right? They're already asking for money for the stickers for next year. Okay, so I gotta do that. But the most exciting for me personally is tomorrow I'm going to Henry's, my favorite photo store, Henry's downtown in Toronto. And I did a RSVP. They're gonna be a free kind of like lecture meeting, some kind of famous photographer. I guess he's Canadian, and he's a photographer for Hollywood stars. So he's been taking pictures of famous actors and actresses, and he's gonna share his experiences, you know, give us some tips in case my heavy haul does not pan out and I want to become a paparazzi, you know. So that's the plan, and I'm booking this hotel for 2 nights. So we're gonna check out Wednesday and start looking for a load, since Wednesdays are usually the best day of the week to get a new load. And I talked to a couple of guys as I was driving. I think things are looking up. The rates are going up. I feel optimistic that I'll be able to find a load. Thanks for watching.